the same games are being played, but it kind of.
Well, like I said, what they did was they built the black woman up, just like a pimp do, and then they destroyed her. You know what I'm saying? Now the black woman, you know, who used to be considered the strongest vessel in the African American community, now is the weakest vessel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's the little thought. She's the little whore. I mean, you know, go through any African American neighborhood and look how the young women are dressed, and they're wearing very tight clothes. You know, I mean, they almost, you know, look like they're in a strip club. You know, look how they dance, a teenage party, and just looking at it, just take a glimpse in there. You ain't got to go and take a glimpse in there, and you see all of those young ladies dressing like the women that they see in the videos. You know, all sexy and all twerking and so on and so forth.
Okay, well, so you know. Let me speak for this side, because you know it's so proud, like in the South, like South Carolina, some parts of Atlanta, it's prominent black people. They ain't never seen no. And
what I'm telling you is those prominent black women are becoming extinct. I'm telling you, you have to go. I go to the clubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a handsome, not young man. I'm a handsome older guy. And when I put on my suits, those women approach me not even knowing that I'm Pimpin Ken. And I talk to them and I ask them, I say, well, what do? You know what I'm saying? And they say, I'm this, and I say, I'm that. And I say, wow. You know what I'm saying? You a doctor and you dress like that? You a neurosurgeon and you dress like that? You a lawyer? You a paralegal and you dress like that? I'd be utterly shocked at the response that I get. And they be like, you know, I'm just having fun. I know a few sisters that's professional, man, that you wouldn't believe that they were professional because, you know, society has been so much, you know what I'm saying, towards licentiousness and towards, you know, debauchery that, you know, these women don't even give a damn anymore. You know what I'm saying? So even your professional women, the only time you see them being professionals when they at work. Why they at work? Where they at? They on World Star, they on Glad TV, you know, they on all these different channels, you know, and they watching, you know, these girls do their thing. And they know, like you said, you know, 80% of us, you know what I'm saying, is out here doing our thing. You know, I mean, if we ain't got a legitimate hustle, we still hood. You know, brothers and already accept the fact that we from the hood. You know, even your lawyers. I talked to a lawyer, man. I was in Alabama. I talked to a lawyer, man. Dude pulled up on me, and I thought he was a jack boy. He said, yo, Ken, man, you know, woo, man, I'm admiring your work, man. I read your book, man. Woo. And gave me a card. And it said law. You know, I said, attorney at law. I said, you an attorney, man? He said, yeah, man, I'm just doing my thugism right now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the brothers have already been thugged out. So the females even know that in order to get a good brother that's a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, that's in that world, you know what I mean? They have to, just go to any strip club. Who you thinking those women are in the strip club throwing those $100 and $200 away? You know what I'm saying? They damn sure ain't no damn AFDC. They damn sure ain't no welfare recipients. They damn sure ain't no EBT card women. You know what I'm saying? These are women that, you know, that are professional women, you know, who goes in these strip clubs because they know that this is where the guys hang out at. You know, if they want to get a wiener hookup, if, you know, they want to get their little freak on, they got to go with these dudes. You know, they have the money and they accept these guys as hustlers now. You know, I mean, man, listen, man, we've been totally stripped. You know, we talk about slavery. Man, slavery was one thing, but what they doing to the social engineering that's going on now is so, man, it's so astronomical. It's so vast, you know, so colossal. That means big, you know what I'm saying, that we can't even get our hands around it. It's almost, you know, it's going to take almost like a natural catastrophe, you know, almost a Katrina shit, you know what I'm saying, for us to get wiped out, you know what I'm saying, and then the whole new generation come in, you know what I mean, for us to get back on track, to get the right mindset, you know, because all of us have been pretty much demonized and anglicized and all other kind of sides, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So what you think? You think it is more in these days we are in is more of a blurring of the lines. You can't tell this person is this person or that person because, you know, everybody's adopting, you know, this one look that, you know, you can't tell which side they really with, you know. You know, it's like people, you know, that's impossible.
We as black folk, you know, we have a propensity to, you know, accept, you know, whatever the dominant culture accepts, meaning Eurocentric culture, you know, predominantly white people. Now, we know that a lot of this behavior has been endorsed. I mean, it ain't just happening, it's being rewarded. It's being rewarded by record sales, it's being rewarded, you know, financially, you predominantly, all of these concerts are selling out, and the major genre of music right now is African American hip hop. So okay, if this is the major music, when these concert halls and these concerts get thrown, we know that black folks are number 13% of the population, but they the number one. But they the number one everything. But the number one people that patronize them are people of Eurocentric ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? So you got white people, that's patronizing this black music. So a lot of the professional people in the professional world, and particularly African American women and some African American males, they like, man, hey man, this is taking over. They buying into it too. So they feel like, they got some type of latitude or freedom to be themselves. I'm from the hood, I grew up in the hood, so this is what I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying? And, even though it's prosperous and it's financially rewarding, it's still not psychologically beneficial. You know what I mean? Because from a psychological perspective, man, your mama calling herself a bitch and she on the phone with her girlfriend, it's like, hey bitch, yeah bitch, and the little boy watching that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that don't give him no morality or no moral principles when he see a female. If he see his mama calling herself a bitch, he has no problem with calling that other person a bitch. Girl, these hoes tripping or calling his mama or his girlfriend a hoe. Girl, I'm a real hoe. We some real hoes.
I think there's a lot of things that's being rewritten that used to not be cool, but now it's like it's cool. I remember back in the day when females would have their hair, bright colors, that would be like punk rockers. But now, that's the thing now. People got tattoos on their face now, and to something that's cool.
Hey man, listen, man. We have been demoralized, you know what I'm saying? We have been rearranged. We have been Dr. Frankenstein, you know what I'm saying? We are a science project in the making, you know what I mean? They still ain't done with us, you know what I'm saying? And until we wake up and realize it ain't all about the money, you know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to fall into these traps. These traps are serious. I talked about the spider web before, the spider web is serious, and like I said, the spider never lived in the web. It just construct a web, and then when the creature entered the web, it sent a telegraphical message, or it sent a message from the string in its stomach to the string that's attached to the web, and let them know that a wicked creature is formed. You know what I'm saying? Man, these folks, man, are sending diseases all over the world. These folks are coming, Ebola, AIDS, syphilis, all these diseases, yellow fever that's out here, man. This stuff is not no accident, man. And all of a sudden, man, it seems like every disease, end up in Africa, man. I mean, listen, man, these folks, for some reason, do not like black people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the little white dude that you beat up on the park or you beat up on the schoolyard. That dude, you say, oh man, or you be playing basketball. You think that dude is the problem, man? That dude actually is your friend. You know what I'm saying? If you have any chance of winning, you're gonna have to go through him. You know what I'm saying? But the dude that's in that 1% that control the banking and all of this shit, man, that dude is a cold motherfucker, man. He's a cold motherfucker. He played for keeps, and everything he do, man, is by design. And the only way he curtail or he cuts one of his programs if we peep it. If the media take something against it, if the media is not with it, you know what I'm saying, and the media try to expose it, then he'll switch up. But if you allow him to do what he do, hey man, what he do, man, is crazy. And like I said, people need to look at the forgotten genius, Percy Julian, you know what I mean, and go study how, these companies, paid that man and used that man for all his patents and all this information, and when they got to using him, you know what I'm saying, they basically kicked him to the curb, and that's just, they stole all his patents and took claim to all his work, you know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that goes on. We got to remember that rap was invented by African Americans. A lot of the culture and a lot of the designs and stuff like that were invented by African Americans, but they are controlled by white corporations, the 1%, not white people. White corporation and white people, if you listen, it's the difference between you and the 1%. Don't think you are that white person. You are not that white person if you don't have over $50,000 in your bank account. You're not that dude. You know what I'm saying? He got you to think that because you're white and I'm black that we're enemies. That's how he's defeating us. He's defeating us with the color scheme, while he's getting all of us with the green scheme. You know what I'm saying? We need to wake up and realize that we all have a common enemy. And the common enemy is the power elite. You know, y'all call it the Illuminati, you know, the Masonic order, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. I don't know no name for it, but I tell you one thing, I know these motherfuckers ain't playing. Yeah. I know they play for keeps, and you can see it. Man, when you see a transformation in the black community of the male, a transformation in the black community of the female, and you live as long as I live to actually see the transformations, you like, wow. Really, 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 really.
Too cool to count 24/7.